Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we're going to break down one of the most essential building blocks of the English language. The goal, to make the present simple tense feel completely, totally natural for you.
So think about this for a second. The answer is, almost for sure, the present simple. Mastering this one tense is a massive step towards sounding more fluent and confident in your everyday chats.
And that's the thing, we use it constantly. We need it for habits, facts, routines, the basics. But yeah, a lot of students find the structure kind of tricky. It can feel like untangling a knot. So today, let's smooth it all out.
Okay, first things first. To really understand the present simple, we have to pull one verb out and look at it all by itself. We're going to start with the one big exception, the verb be.
Now, the most important thing to get about be is that it's independent, it's strong. It doesn't need any helper verbs to make questions or negatives, and that's what makes it totally unique. When it comes to positive sentences, you probably know these forms pretty well. I am, you are, he is. But as you can see here, when we're actually talking, we almost always squash them down into the short forms. I'm, you're, he's. So how do we make it negative? Well, it is super simple. You literally just add the word not right after the verb. She is a teacher turns into she is not a teacher. And in real life, we just say she isn't. That's all there is to it.
And what about questions? Just as easy. You just flip the first two words around. The statement, he is happy, becomes the question, is he happy? This little switcheroo is a classic move for the verb be. All right, so we've put this special verb be in its own little box. Now let's talk about, every other verb. And I've got good news. There's basically just one main rule for all of them. For I, you, we, and they, the rule couldn't be easier. You just use the verb. No changes, no weird endings. I play, you work, they listen. Simple. Okay, listen up, because this is it. This is the big one. When we switch to talking about he, she, or it, we have to make one tiny but absolutely crucial change. This is where most people make mistakes, so let's nail it down. You just add an S. That's the whole rule. This tiny little letter makes all the difference in the world, and honestly, even advanced students forget it sometimes, so please, whatever you do, remember the S. And here you can see it in action. So I play, but he plays. We work, but she works. And you'll notice there are some small spelling changes to watch out for. Go becomes goes, and study becomes studies. Now remember how the verb be was so independent? Well, all these other verbs, they need help to become negative. They need a helper verb, which is do. So he plays becomes he does not play. Or, how we actually say it, he doesn't play. And it's the exact same logic for questions. That helper verb, do or does, just moves right to the front. The sentence, she likes pizza, becomes the question, does she like pizza? That little helper verb does all the heavy lifting for us. Okay, it's time for the main event. Let's put these two different rules side by side. This is the moment where everything is going to click into place. This is it. This is probably the biggest point of confusion for so many English learners. But once you see the two rulebooks next to each other, the answer becomes so obvious. Let's solve this mystery once and for all. The whole secret is just this. Look at the main verb in the sentence. If it's a form of be, like is or are, it handles the negative by itself. You just add not. But for every single other verb, you have to call in the helper, don't or doesn't. That's it. That's the whole secret. And look, getting this right isn't about passing some grammar test. It's about unlocking your English superpower, the power to talk about your daily life with real confidence. Our goal is to make this whole pattern feel really simple. Because once you see the two separate rules clearly, it really does become much, much easier. Just like Maria found out here. And that's why this all matters so much. You now have the key to talk about your job, your hobbies, what you do every day. The absolute foundation of any conversation where you're just getting to know someone. So I'm going to leave you with a little challenge. Don't just learn this rule. I want you to use it today. Think of one habit you have, one fact about your life, or one part of your routine, and say it out loud, correctly. Go on, put your new superpower to work.